Hi everyone, it's Serena. Thanks for joining me today on my YouTube channel. Today I have a book review of a book I picked up which I really like. It's called Painting Happiness, Creativity with Watercolors by Terry Runyan. I know she does have a YouTube channel which I've watched a few of her videos on, and I really like this book, so I thought I would share it with you. It's full of just tons of whimsical drawings and bright colors. It's just like a happy book for artists. So I really want you to take a look at it with me. First of all, I love these flip out covers. She's got these flip out covers that just are full of her artwork, but look at that whimsical, colorful artwork. It's just, you know, it's going to be a fun book. It's just fun to begin with, and it's fun at the end. She's got the same thing at the end with the flip out book. I kind of or cover. I kind of like this because you can use it to keep your place. If you're in the middle of something, just close it up and then you come right back to your place again. So that's very handy for that. But I do appreciate the extra little illustrations that she gives us in there. Now, this is one of those books that you can turn to if you're stuck for ideas, if you want some inspiration. Let's take a look and see what is in the book. So I'm just going to go through the pages here. Look at that cat. Isn't that wonderful? I love it. So she's got a couple of chapters here, major chapters: why create, about watercolors, what stops us, mindfulness and being present, let's paint, when it's done, when is it done, and final thoughts. So I'm just going to flip through here. This is just one of those books that, you know, you kind of can turn to, keep over the years and turn to when you get stuck and you need some inspiration and you don't really know what to draw. So she's got all kinds of topics in here. She talks about watercolor supplies. You know, it's just basic things here. I skipped a page there. Just basic things about supplies. If you're new to watercolor painting, she gives you just basic brush over on this type of topic. But she's got a very interesting page on what stops us. And, you know, it's a lot of little things that stop people, that stop us. So that's really worth taking a look at if you have this book for a while and you're stuck and you want to kind of go back and say, okay, why am I stuck? What is it that's stopping me? But I like all her little topics here: mindfulness and being present. Even just the pictures. This is a beautiful book just for the pictures alone. And she's got a prompts list, which is nice. Now this one, I mean, look at this spread she's got here. I mean, she's got, look at the two different colors on the stem. She's got like a green, a light green, and then she's got like a bluish green. I mean, who would even think of putting two different colors on the stem? Look at this. I would never think of putting like olive green on coral and mixing the two together. Who would ever think that would work? But she made it work. Why? Because she wasn't afraid to try it. She tried it. What's the worst that's going to happen? It doesn't work. Whoops. Okay. But, you know, why are we so scared to try things? I think it's really two things. I think it's we're afraid of wasting our materials. You know, we don't want to waste our good paper. And then the other thing is ruining a painting that is already going well. You know, we've got it going well, it looks great, and then we try something, we're afraid to try something, and it's going to ruin it. But you know what? You can always do it again. You can always take a picture of it when it's at that stage where you think it's going well. Take a picture of it, and then try your experiment. If it doesn't go well, then go back to your photo, your reference, and redo it up to that point, and then just don't make the mistake again. But, you know, we have to make mistakes because we learn from them. That's how we're going to learn. But I like what she's got in here. Look at all these beautiful... See, she starts with blobs, just blobs, and, you know, make something out of the blobs. She's got all these interesting paintings, of course, that she's illustrated in here. This is all her work. And there's not a whole lot of text in the book. It's kind of light on text, but that's okay. It's beautiful just for the works themselves. Look at that, how she uses dry brush to give the cat some texture in his fur or her fur. It's about design and layout. Now this I like the idea here. And that's, you know, just to try some different things. Try some thumbnails. You know, it makes you think of small things like this or small points like this. You know, to use thumbnails, to make thumbnails. I should really do that, and I don't. It really helps with composition. And I just kind of skip over that because I'm so impatient, which is kind of really bad, because then I wind up with a less than good work. You know, it would be a lot better if I took my time and did the fundamentals, but I tend to skip it. But she's got all these projects in here that she does kind of step by step to kind of help you be free with your painting and loosen up a little bit, not take things so seriously, you know? Look at those drawings. See, she's talking about how you know when it's done. This looks really nice. But then she took it one step further, and you see how the addition of a few little colors there filled up the space a little bit, but it also just kind of made the finishing touches. It really finished off the painting. You could leave it like this, and that's fine. But she took it that one step further, and it just adds so much to it. Even the little fur, the little markings of fur on the cat's chest makes a whole big difference. And the little highlights in the eyes and so forth. So all these little tips that she goes over that, you know, we know as artists, but sometimes we forget. We forget to apply these things. And she's talking about style here. Talks about research. And she covers a lot of different topics here. And this one, you know, she says it's okay to have a lot of different styles. And that's a good point, because as creatives, don't we change our styles over time? We change them as we develop as artists. And we also change the styles depending on the medium that we use. Our watercolor style may be completely different than a style where we're using oils, for those of us that dabble in a lot of different types of things. But I just love this book because it's full of her inspiring artwork and inspiration, I say, because it's unrestricted and free. Look at that. I mean, who would think to do this? It's just, she's being free. The book is not heavy on text, but I'll tell you, it's not only a beginner's book. This is of value to someone who wants to loosen up their work. You know, it reminds you to give yourself permission to be wild. So, yeah, it's not heavy on text, and you might think, well, you know, for that, it's a little expensive. But I always think if you get one good point out of something, it's worth it. You know, and you don't have to own your copy. Remember, there's the library. You can always get it and pass it along, which kind of, you know, reduces the price of the copy. Or, you know, hope that some other artist friend of yours passes it along to you, which returns the favor. Or, you know, do a book swap with other artists. You're all creative, you know, think creatively. But no photocopying. That's not what I mean by being creative. But I just know that this is such a very colorful and fun book that I'm going to be returning to this for inspiration over and over again. So I'm going to be keeping my copy. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little quick video, but I just wanted to share this book with you because it just makes me smile looking at it. And I'm going to apply some of the tips that she's giving in this book. I know I definitely will. Well, I thank you for watching today. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. That really helps me. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.